How much difference is there between Tiger's driver and Rory's driver? Sorry, I didn't have a dog. Let's do it, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. If you're new to the channel, and this is your very first time watching my content, first of all, welcome to the channel. Second of all, please make sure you don't leave before you do consider hitting that subscribe button below, because that way you won't miss any of the great golf related content that I bring to you every single day, as long as you do ring that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. In today's video, I am testing the Taylormade M5, but the beauty about this club for me is the adjustability, is the personalisation that you can put on this club. So as you know, I've been using this driver pretty much all year, and I've very much enjoyed it. I've played around with the settings, I've even changed the shaft, but the head has remained the same because I feel comfortable with it. I love the look of it down at address, and well, it's just pretty good, isn't it? As always guys, it is imperative to me that you guys are a part of my videos because that's why I do them. So I want you to hit those comments below. In today's video, I want you to comment below, is the driver you're using adjustable? And if it is, have you adjusted it? And if you have adjusted it, why have you adjusted it? Have you adjusted loft? Have you adjusted weights? Have you adjusted anything on it? Now let's get back to the video. Notable players that have used this driver this year, we have DJ, we have Jon Rahm, we have Tiger, we have Rory. Today's video is about Tiger and Rory, and I'm going to put this driver in both of their settings, test them head to head, and see pretty much which settings I should use if I was Tiger or I was Rory. I mean, if I was, I don't think I'd be worried too much about some settings, but anyway. So guys, I know what you're all thinking, how on earth have you got close enough to Tiger and Rory to tell exactly what settings they've been playing in their Taylormade M5 all year? And the truth is, well, I haven't. But one guy has. So guys, I've got this information off Rob Brooks from Golf Nation on Instagram. He sent me them through. And as you can see, so Rory generally has one weight right at the front of the driver and one weight positioned back in the heel, whereas Tiger actually has one right at the back of the driver and again one in the heel. So that would tell me that they're both putting a little bit more weight in the heel, and Tiger's wanting that extra little bit of forgiveness by putting the weight in the back instead of the front, making it a little bit higher spin as opposed to low spin. So guys, there's only really one place to start. We're gonna have to start with the big cat settings, aren't we? So we've got the weights at the back and in the heel. Guys, how much difference is there gonna be between these two shots? I'm gonna hit a bunch of shots with both. I'm gonna leave every single shot in. I don't think there'll be a big difference in distance because, well, the spin rate may alter a little bit, but apart from that, it shouldn't have a huge role. But will there be a big difference in dispersion when we move the weight Rory style back to the front? And remember guys, it means a lot to me that you're all a part of these videos and that you comment below. Make sure you do comment below in this video, are you using an adjustable driver? And if so, how have you adjusted it? Have you adjusted the loft? Have you adjusted the weights? Have you adjusted anything? Or have you just kept it bog standard? Okay, first up, Mr. Tiger Woods. Now normally Tiger doesn't enjoy a driver off the first tee, does he? But hopefully we'll put that to bed. Also guys, I think it's going to be really interesting. Hit those comments below. Who do you think's had the best season with their settings? Tiger won the Masters, Rory won the Tour Championship, Tiger won in Japan, Rory won in Canada. It's been such a great season for both of them, both winning numerous times, but who has had the best season with their Taylormade M5 settings? I've got to say so far, Tiger's hitting some fairways with this. But then I do suppose that these are the more forgiving settings, because when we do change it into Rory's settings, this is going to become a little bit less forgiving, potentially. It's a lovely shot. Maybe I should be using Tiger's settings, because this is fairly impressive for me. Distance is down, but distance has been down for a couple of months, and I'm not sure what that's down to. Maybe I shouldn't have had that extra McDonald's, but we'll build it up again over winter, I promise. This seems to be working. Look at that dispersion. Oh yeah. Okay, so to get a proper fair test, I'm going to hit 3 more, so that's 10 shots in the Tiger settings. Then I'm going to move it into Rory's settings, and obviously we're going to hit 10 in those settings as well. feels so solid. What have I been doing all season? There she is. Full left! Oh no! So there we go. In the space of one shot, we've gone from Tiger Woods at Augusta to Tiger Woods at the Ryder Cup on the first tee. That never ends well, does it? But James, you're only human. You're not expected to hit the fairway 10 out of 10 times. Let's go for 9 out of 10. Yeah, there we go. So fair to say that in the Tiger Woods settings, I've quite enjoyed that, and I might even, looking at those, obviously I have them up there, I might leave it at that. I've got a big trip to Dubai coming up, a big trip to Australia coming up. That could be the setting for me, definitely, but. So as you can see there, quite easily we have morphed it from Tiger's driver into Rory's driver. That was easy, wasn't it? And I think it's fair to say that who's looking forward to next year's drivers coming out, the 2020 drivers? Now obviously at the time of this video being shot, I have no idea what's coming out. I haven't been told what's going out. I don't really know if anything's coming out, but with the way cycles go, I pretty much imagine something is. And if Taylormade brings something out, I'm gonna put this out there. They're gonna do well to grab that out of my bag. They're gonna do well to improve on the looks, the sound, the feel, the performance of the M5. Especially in Tiger's settings. Anyway, enough about Tiger. Let's go Rory. That felt incredible. Anyone going to argue with that off the first tee? Oh. That's a little bit high right. Now I've got to say the pressure's on a little bit here, isn't it? To keep that dispersion in, to keep Rory hitting the same fairways that Tiger did. I know, I'm reading too much into this, but it's fun. High right one, exactly the same, carbon copy. Ah, water. And you see guys, one of the really interesting things for me here is obviously one of these players is really well known for smashing driver, nailing driver, being one of the longest drivers that's on the tour. And the other guy, well, he may be one of the best players that's ever lived, but he's never really been known for that, has he? Well, not on hitting fairways at the same time. And the settings that these drivers are in sort of really go towards that, don't they? Rory's a lot more confident, the weight's further forward, bringing the spin down, trying to hit that high-low spinning ball, whereas Tiger has the weight back a little bit, giving himself more confidence to hit fairways, which so far we are kind of seeing. If you get that high right, that's 4 of them now in 6 shots. And then you hit that one and you're like, yes Rory, obviously you'd have it in those settings. Ah. That was absolutely delightful. Now we're going to hit 3 more shots. We've hit 7, we've hit 10 with Tiger's settings. We need to hit 3 more with Rory's settings. Then we're going to have a look at everything. We're going to look at dispersions, we're going to look at spin rates, we're going to look at distances, and see if I should be using Tiger's settings, Rory's settings, or like, I don't know, like an M6D type or something like that maybe. Left again, that is so far left. So I think it's fair to say, in fact, let's hit the last shot, then let's summarise. Come on. 18th tee means something. Rory needs to hit the fairway. It's the longest of the day, but it's... What? So guys, as you can probably tell from my tone and from my mannerisms with those shots, Tiger's driver settings versus Rory's Tiger settings, which ones suit me? Let's find out. So first of all, we'll start with dispersion, and this was Tiger's settings. So apart from one of them, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, very happy with that. Happy with the consistency and trajectory, happy with, well, everything apart from that one shot really. So 1 out of 10, I don't think that's bad for missing a fairway left, especially for me at the moment. And then we move to Rory's settings. As you can see, there was a couple more that went left. There were 3 that went left. There were quite a few that went right as well. 4 that went high right, and just the 3 down the middle, as opposed to in Tiger's settings. you've got to say the majority of them, although the dispersion is further away, as an average, it's obviously a lot closer in. So, what about the numbers? So if we start again with Tiger's settings, the worst shot, the first one wasn't a very good shot, 257. That was the worst one, and the longest one was 273. So like I said, I feel like I've lost a bit of distance throughout this year. I don't know what to put that down to, but when I get it, we're out there at 273, which again is a nice average number for me. But on average, we have 266, which for how I'm swinging at the moment, I think is probably about right, to be fair. Well, it is right because it's right in front of you there. I really enjoyed this setting. The average spin, funnily enough, was 2,385, and I would expect that number to dip with McIlroy's settings because the weight moves forwards, doesn't it? That was my hand in front of you there, by the way. So what about Rory's settings in the M5? The lowest one was 259. I'd hope there were none below that. Yep, 259. So 2 yards longer on the lowest one, and the longest one was 275. Two long ones at the end. Remember, they went left as well, so they were slight pulls. Average 267. So there's a yard in it between the settings. So I think we can near enough say for distance they are exactly the same. And what about spin rate average? Spin rate's actually gone up with the weight setting move forward. I did find this when I tested it. And I did find this when I tested the M5 as well, that sometimes the weight settings don't exactly do what Taylormade claim the weight settings are going to do, but they do make a bit of a difference. So when you go for a fitting, when you go to test these, it's imperative that you don't just try what you think you need. You give them all a go, you see what it does to the ball flight, you see what it does to the feel. Like for me there, I really enjoyed the feel of the Tiger setting with that move back. So I'm not going to lie, I'm going to move that back there for when I play next. But I have had it up here. I have had the weight setting up in the toe and the heel to try and make it a little bit more forgiving. But for me, the Tiger settings made a huge difference because as you can see there, I've just seemed to hit a few more fairways. Yeah, that's silly, sorry. But I do seem to have hit more fairways in the Tiger setting, even so, more so than the setting I have been using because my bad shot is predominantly left, not right. I can't remember the last time I hit a driver right actually, but it seems to work for me. So guys, there you go. Tiger's settings versus Rory's settings. For me, same distance. I hit more fairways in Tiger's settings. So that's exactly what I'm going to go and test because who doesn't want to be Tiger Woods, right? Guys, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you do hit that subscribe button below. If you haven't already, if you have hit the subscribe button, make sure you ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of the great golf-related content that I bring to you guys every single day. Apart from that, it means the world if you would leave a like if you have enjoyed it because then I know that you're enjoying it and I will carry on doing exactly what I'm doing. Hit the comments below. Who had the best season and what driver are you using? Is it adjustable? What have you adjusted it to and why? Guys, apart from that, the only thing I have left to say is thank you again and I'll see you tomorrow.